Okay, we are about okay. The other person will join us soon. The other guest here will join us soon. But we are about one, two, three. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I forgot that my this thing was on mute. Please, I forgot. If you can hear me, please raise up your hands. Raise up your hands if you can hear me. It's possible to raise up your hands. Please raise up your hands if you can hear me. Raise up your hands if you can hear me, or indicate if you can hear me, please. Indicate. I didn't know that my this thing was not recording. Indicate if you can hear me, please. Indicate. Can you hear me? Please raise up your hands. If you can hear me, raise up your hands, please. Raise up your hands so if you can hear me. Okay. One person is raising up their hand. I didn't know it was no live. If you can hear me, raise up your hand. I want to begin now. I want to begin. Okay. Like what I said when the team was muted was the mic. Israel Creative Hub is an educational platform. I don't want to go through this, answer JAMB questions, then the guests will join us soon by 10 p.m. So look forward to be able to do that. So the guests will join us by 10 p.m. Now, Israel Creative Hub is just an educational platform, and we help students pass their exams, we help students their education. And this was vetted last year just because of my passion to help students you get. And we're able to provide materials, we're able to provide tutorials, and all. And every single day we are advancing. You get we are advancing. That is why we are moving a lot of our stuff from WhatsApp and all. We are going into our website and making sure that our website is functional to be able to help you students. I'm coming. Let me quickly type in a group that we are active now. Okay, let's continue. Now, I can deduce from you that all of you here, you are writing JAM exams. All of you here, I can deduce that you're writing JAM exam. I don't have much to say because the other person I intended is coming by 10 p.m. like I said earlier. So just bear with me as we go on. So let me go into some of these questions. I'm not answering all the questions we have here. Let me start with the first one. The first question here, this student is a medicine student. The first question here is when in an example, do I start with the hardest subject or the simplest one? When in an example, if you can't hear me, you can type in the comments. If you can't hear me, you can type in the comment. You can drop your hands now. So when you have questions, you can raise up your hand again. So the first question, when in example, do I start with the hardest subject or the simplest one? Though the major idea or the major ideology of people, what they majorly think, and I still support that, is that if you're in an exam hall, don't waste time on any question, especially the jam, because you have 2 hours and you have just this limited time. You have to be very fast. So my advice to you is don't waste time on any question. Don't waste any time on any question. Do the simple one first. Then make sure you're able to reverse. Then later, when you have time, after you have done the simple one out of the way, then focus on the hard questions. Then pull in your strengths for the harder question. That's just my own view of it. It's like you guys have a question so that I can raise up. But let me answer this other one. What is the price for 300 plus? Is it a cash price? If it's a cash price, please, how much? This is another question here. Now, let me tell you something. I purposely decided not to announce any price because I've observed something with tutorials. A lot of tutorials just give prices and say they give prices. It's audio price. What I mean by audio price in quotes, they will just say they give, but I've not been able to see proof. I've not been able to see evidence of the alerts that they have given students. So I'm not just telling you. I cannot just say a big amount to just lure you into maybe entering our pay areas. No, I'm going to do something according to our capacity. So I'm not giving any price yet. I'm not saying anything out yet. I can eventually decide to come up with something that we are capable of doing, not just raising your hopes. At the end, it becomes shattered because the price that you won because you became a 300 plus student, you don't get it. So I don't want something like that to happen. You get. So it's like you have a question. If you don't have question, drop your hands. If you have question, raise up your hand. If somebody said I can't hear you, okay, okay, I'm coming. Can you hear me now? I don't know. It should be network. because my network here is good. Check your network, please. Okay, it's like some of you are hearing me, some of you are not hearing me. I'll provide a recording after this. So I've answered that 300 plus. Let me go to the next question over here. Okay, I'm coming. Next question. Is there a syllabus or an area of concentration will follow before the UTME? Let me check if you guys are hearing me. Is there an area of concentration or syllabus? Let me tell you something with JAM. JAM, eventually, they have their syllabus, but I don't think I've not really come across that JAM syllabus. But they have syllabus. It's like it's for sale or something. But we are going to help you, or we are going to provide a syllabus for you. We are going to provide syllabus in instance that will give area of concentration. We'll work on that. I'll work on that alongside my team members. So we'll be able to get area of concentration for different subjects and give you. Mind you, we are organizing a 1 week tutorial which is beginning tomorrow. It's 1 week you get. That's 1 week free tutorial. I'm not thinking of extending it, but we're going to pull in all our resources and there'll be a CBT aspect during the 1 week tutorial. Let me move on to the next one. Please note, I'm going to drop a recording. I'm going to drop a recording. Let me see some of the comments. Okay. I'm going to drop a recording after this for those who didn't join, and I'll delete it after some time. So, area of concentration, JAMB is supposed to also provide a syllabus. If they don't provide, we are going to provide for you guys. Now, for the next one, does this group organize classes? If so, send time and date, please. I'll be announcing this. I'm going to announce this again. I'm going to announce this. We organize tutorials. The main thing here, the major thing with JAMB, passing JAMB or any exam, first of all, is yourself. First of all, yourself, then your familiarity with the questions or how it's going to be. That's where tutorials come in, that's where mentors come in and all. So first of all, the reason we are holding this orientation now is to enlighten you on what you have to expect, to take your questions, get your feedback. I'm going to answer your questions for me. That's why I just said I should put it on the website so that I can answer first of all and get things to be able to explain to you. So the first thing is for you to be able to understand these exams. And one thing, let me just tell you something. The thing happened to a lot of students last year. What happened was that they came very late to exams. Like some they were not even aware the day of the exams. So we are going to try as much as possible to keep you updated. Some persons will not aware. Go to some lectures that time. Some people will even be happy. They'll be dancing in lectures. They don't know that their time for the exams. There are people, other people are there writing their exams. And exam, JAM is around like seven, it's a 7 day exam you get, and there are different badges. We have the morning badge, I think around 12, and from that 12 to 3 or so. So that's just the JAM there. There is in badges. It's not just everybody writing one day. There are badges, and they don't have official center where you write exams. It's just like there are different CBT centers, and these people just like maybe there's a computer center where they learn about computers, and so JAB can just go there and just speak with them, inspect their computers. So what you should expect that the computer may misbehave, there'll be network outage or stuff like that. Just pray before you get to your exam and make sure you are prepared. Make sure you are prepared. I dropped a video earlier on how to pass exam effectively. I dropped that video and hope you have listened because that one is part of the things you need. It's part of the things. I've been able to do my own research and it's part of the things you need. So if you're prepared for the exam, no matter the circumstance, you'll be more composed than those who are not prepared. So prepare effectively. And if you want to prepare, if you have not started before, start now. Start now. Because what I see with the system is that there are a lot of persons what even happened to them. They don't even think they will get the kind of score they have, but they're just putting their best. Just putting their best and left the rest. At the end, they came out top scorers. So I believe you can become top scorers. I believe you can just put in the work, and we're going to produce top scorers just like you and others. So I'll take some of your questions, but let's get to the next question over here. For a student that is going to school to study accounting, can you please enlighten us on that the courses? I'm not a student on accounting. I don't study accounting. I'm studying criminology. You get, so I don't study accounting. I can't really give you idea, but I've taken note of this your question and I'm going to notice and get back to you or probably contact an accountant to give you an overview or I send you materials. This person is a female, you get the female, but I'm not going to be dropping more information on them. And I observe that many of the persons here medicine and surgery, some just medicine. And every year science students are always many. So you should just know that one that every year science students, both in school and all, is like that. Another question on explain organic chemistry. I'll communicate this with your tutors. I don't teach sciences. I'm just like social science or art, though I'm also very good in sciences, but I just focus on art and social sciences. You get, so I don't teach that. Organic chemistry, that is noted. The next question over here, concerning exam, especially physics, how will I calculate and keep the answers on my head? And where can I get the syllabus? Thank you. That's another question here. This is from a female science student who wants to study medicine. So let me just tell you something from my own understanding of calculations, maths. I may not be a science student, but at least I'm able to be good in maths. You get. So let me tell you, for you to be able to practice or master, because many of these science courses, they are majorly based on formulas. I will answer your questions. For those raising up your hand, I will answer your questions. Majority of them are based on what? Formulas. And so to be able to effectively pass them or answer them, you should be able to know the formulas. Okay, some persons say I'm talking fast. I'm talking fast. Let me try to slow down. I talk very fast. Let me try to slow down. I will drop the recording so that you're able to follow me. Let me try to slow down. So I'm going to slow down with the speed of how I talk. So now, somebody asked concerning the exam, especially physics, how will I calculate and keep the answers on my head? Where can I get the syllabus? Thank you. Now, for the syllabus, I talked about that earlier, that JAMB syllabus is available, but I don't know if they make it available like free, just like why, because I think NECO was they were selling it, that NECO they were selling their own, so their syllabus. So syllabus is just like scheme of work and where they are going to set exams from. So that is one thing you need to note with it. That's what syllabus is. And for I was talking about this science and mathematical subjects, all this subject that needs calculation, like physics. So the thing you need to do to be able to master many of these things, you should know the formulas. And knowing the formula is not by cramming it, is to put it into good use, to put it into practice. Try to solve as many questions using that formula. And when you're able to solve that, you don't need to cram. Many of the things you know, or many of the things that have that stuck with you, that you've known for years, and you know you can never forget. You didn't cram them. You didn't just cram them. You're able to practice them. You're able to use them. So you don't just learn a formula one day and dump that formula, expecting to come up with it your exam day. It's something you put into practice. And once you're able to put that into practice, it becomes productive and you're able to use the formulas on that day. We're almost close to 10 p.m. so that the other person can join us here to explain. Now, another student, medicine and surgery. This is a female. One female is very many here. So this is a female over here. The next question. Just want to ask that JAM next year is going to be different than this year. Different than this year. That please. Next year will be my first time. And I don't want to write it twice, please. I'm also finding chemistry difficult if you can help me out. That's where our tutorial comes in, and we're going to help you out with tutorials. Ever since, like I said, ever since you had the time to add friends, you had the time to join our channel, join our group. Now we are going proper into the tutorials, which will be commencing from tomorrow by 8 p.m. Drop the right up is commencing tomorrow by 8 p.m. So for chemistry, those finding chemistry difficult, we are going to break it down, cover the syllabus from now till April next year. So the exam comes up by April. Get. So be prepared, expect it by April and don't wait. April is very close. Oh. See the year is almost ending. When this year starts, it's almost ending now. So it's for us to make good use of this time. Then the next question, how does the exam go? I mean the process. The person coming will explain that. I specifically told him to answer that question. Then possible questions. Possible questions for JAM, it should be from the possible questions from past questions. Those are major possible questions. And I said that in a video I dropped on YouTube. I mentioned that whenever you study past questions, and if the number of past questions you studied will now help you understand the pattern of exams. So if you want to succeed, you should have an idea. And having an idea, what our tutorial helps, let me tell you something. What here we come in is that we help to give you a feel of how the exam is going to be, preparing you ahead. And if you are over prepared for something, note, if you are prepared over beyond the requirement, when you go there, it becomes easy peasy for you. You get. So we are here to help you have a feel of the exam because majority of you, this should be your first time you'll be writing the exam. And writing an exam twice is not really easy. Oh. Those who have done it, they will tell you the truth. Writing an exam once, then going back to write it again, it's not really easy. You should be able to write it once and blast it once. You get. So possible questions from past questions and also compile list of what possible questions and help you with it. That's why I ask you to drop your questions. Then another question, okay, that's the last question. Yeah, I'm going to take some of your questions. Then before the other person joins us, we have 10 minutes left to 10. We are not ending by 10. It's supposed to join us by what? By 10 p.m. So let me take your questions and raise up your hand if you have questions. I'm going to unmute your mic. If you have questions, raise up your hand. I'm going to unmute your mic. Anyone who has questions, I'm waiting. Some of you were raising your hand since. If you have questions, you have something you want to say or contribute to this, raise up your hands. Let's begin. Raise up your hands. I want to take questions so that the other tutor will be able to meet up with us. Raise up your hands if you have questions. I'm waiting. No questions, no contributions. Let me check some of the comments here. No questions. You mean you don't have questions or contributions? Because some of you were raising up your hands since. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. You have questions or anything you want to say for textbooks? We are going to provide textbooks for you and notes. Let me just tell you something. If you are waiting that all through the tutorial will be free, it can't be free. It's the honest truth. It can't be free. We only have the free tutorials for a limited period of time and get set. We're not just telling you to pay for paying sake. We are going to give you extra value. Extra value. So you are going to have a taste of our tutorials and the CBT is standard will prepare. If you have questions, raise up your hand. If you want to ask questions, raise up your hand. Okay, I'm going to unmute your mic now. Okay, go ahead. What is the name? Mention your name, then go ahead with it. Here's the person over here. I've not seen, because I muted someone just now. Who did I unmute to ask your question? Raise up your hand if you have question. Let me unmute your mic. If you have questions, raise up your hand. Let me unmute your mic. I'm not the one begging you to ask questions, not God. It's okay. I'm going to check for you that thing and which other thing am I missing? Then let me tell you this trick in reading for the exams. You should be able to understand how you work. You should be able to understand your system and what you are comfortable with. There are set of persons who are comfortable with reading with you. There are set of persons who are comfortable with reading at night. You get understand the kind of person you are. And if you want me to recommend, I would say reading at night. To read at night, you should be able to your body should be at rest first. Because majority of persons once they carry book at night, they just sleep off because all the stress from the day, all the play, all the different things they have done all through the day, just the weight that comes up on them at night. So if you want to really be able to do this, understand how you work and be able to use that. If it's night, you're able to read, sleep well during the day. When I mean sleep well, like afternoon, you can just take 1, 2 hours. I do it most times, especially when I want to escape exam period. We just sleep off like 1, 2 hours or 3 hours, even 4 hours in the afternoon. Then night, we reach the daybreak. We do that. So that one works also for people. And night most times is calm. So I'm going to ask you, what time is comfortable for you to read? If you don't know a comfortable time because you have not started reading, oh yeah, start knowing the comfortable time. Start knowing your comfortable time. Try out something. If you say you can't read, you are procrastinating. Take action. Start up. This habit of eating is not just something you build in one day. Let me take this question. Let me take this question. Okay, ask your question. Timilehi, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Please ask your question. Ask your question, please. Ask your question. I've unmuted you. Ask your question. It's like you don't have question. Let me mute the mic. If you have question, raise up your hand. If you don't have, don't raise up your hand. So we have 7 minutes left. I don't know whether to end this and come back again. We have, because I'm waiting for the tutor. Just give me a few seconds. Let me go and ask him on WhatsApp. So let me talk about the comfortable time, like I was saying. You should know your comfortable time of reading. You should know your comfortable time that you are able to you're able to read and be able to understand. And night most times is easy because there's no distraction, no different things, no work, nothing. So night most times is comfortable. Look for time you're able to read and materials. We'll try as much as possible to provide you with materials you need. Please give me a few seconds. I'll be back. Okay. If you have your questions asked, you are raising up hands. I'm waiting for those of you raising up hands. Any other thing we need to cover, you can type out. Let me check some of the comments over here. You can type out. Let me see. Okay. Which other thing am I forgetting? Which other thing am I forgetting? So before the exam, the timetable will be out. The timetable will be out, and you also get your days that you'll be writing your exam. Nobody writes in one day, and you should just prepare your mind that day that you are doing it on your own. You are doing it on your own. A lot of persons, I know some persons who even supervise during the exam. Their cameras, according to the way it's supposed to be, cameras are supposed to be there and they're supposed to monitor. But let me just warn you or tell you, there was a committee set up this year due to math practice because math practice was much this year. So there was a committee set up, and the committee was set up to investigate math practice that went on during the exams, and he discovered something. Some of the persons they mirror their screen. There's a kind of backstage inside the hall. Then there's another backstage there. What that backstage is that they mirror their screen, and when they mirror the screen, they start helping the student answer questions. I'm telling you, don't risk your this thing, so that be very careful. Just read. The reason many of them are doing those things, they didn't prepare. They just felt that their money and all could save them or help them that day. So that is why we are providing an atmosphere or an avenue for you to read. Which other thing am I missing again? But textbooks. There were some persons who won my prize because I told them to add friends. There were some persons who won. I told them to message me. I don't even think they are in this live yet. So I wanted to give them out, give them free access to their textbooks. So that is it. We are going to provide you. Let me tell you the features of our tutorial. If you check the flyer, let me talk slower. If you check the flyer that I dropped on our tutorial, if you check the flyer, there are some features there. There's orientation for students, which is going on now. The orientation to help you understand. And I'm not supposed to be the only one here. The other person will join us soon. Orientation here. Let me check the flyer for more details. Orientation is there. Tutorials is there from tutors. These are not just tutors. These are top scorers. These are people who understand the system. There are people who have written the exams. They understand how it works. There are people who attended lectures before. You get, so they have understood how the whole system works and they are available to put you through. So that is one thing also there. When you're not just we don't just want to do it. I started thinking of this thing months ago. I didn't just want to come up one day and just start doing any quack stuff. We want to make a difference. We want to do something different. That's why we're here. And what we need from you, we need your cooperation. We need your cooperation to be able to achieve our aim. We need your cooperation to be able to help you get better. So if we tell you to read, we give you timetable, you read. If we set time for the class, you should join. You should stay active. So the one is detailed orientation from experts and top scorers. We'll come to that. One other person will join us. Then the other one there is daily intensive lectures, audio and visual. And guess what? We won't just be having the kind of audio class or write up. We'll be having visuals once in a while. We may have videos. We may do practicals, video practicals, like maybe some of these science practicals. We may just do it, record it, and post. And this one, that's why I say if you don't class forever, if you do math class, so you have a piece of our class. Now, say I take a past question and answer. You may give some students in our class access past questions. I will see past questions with question. If you help me understand the pattern, no supervisor or any person ask them that question. You just have a kind of pattern and syllabus that can like study as many past questions as possible that access to it and know that as part of the JAMB syllabus, they are recommended using JAMB. If you are able to lay hands on these materials and use them, lay hands on them and use them, like get access to them and use them, we are going to help you. We are here to help you. We just put in the work. What you don't need to do, cooperate with us. So these things, this lab is being recorded, and some other students will be able to get access. So access to JAMB simulated mock tests. This is one thing that happens. A lot of students, once they go there that day, they don't know how to handle mouse. They don't know how to handle. They don't know how to handle their screen or no. So we try to drop that. That's why I say our tutorial won't just be audio. It will be audio and visual. So some of these will be coming up as time goes on how you can handle your computer, and we'll show you a live demonstration of how it is. Then let me tell you something about JAMB exam and why it's supposed to be difficult for students to cheat. Ordinarily, it's supposed to be difficult for students to cheat, but I'm surprised. You know the way the country is, how things are going. First of all, there's supposed to be cameras there, cameras in the hall. Then the system. I'm a web developer too. Anything you see on website or anything you see that has to do with web, israelcreativehub.com.ng. I developed everything there. I'm a web developer, so I understand how this system works. You get. So there's something we call a kind of local area network. Local area network is just like your hotspot, and it's just limited to only a kind of a designated area, maybe like that hall. And most of the times they may connect something like cord or something like satellite to the computer. Also, the tutorial is not just for science students, it's for both arts, sciences, and all. So it's not just limited to one person, it's for both arts, sciences, and any other questions, please drop there so I answer your questions. And for the encouragement concerning it, because a lot of persons are like, this is my first time. How do I go about it? So I've given you some of the tips. And okay, exceptional students. This is where one question came in. Incentive to exceptional students, because this part of what our class will be featuring. Incentives are like gifts to exceptional students or encouragements to them. And I don't promise anything. I purposely intentionally promise anything. The reason I can't say I'm giving you something when at the end I know I'm not giving you. A lot of tutorials, a lot of persons, they promise that they will give you 150,000, 200,000 once you become the highest scorer in their tutorial. Maybe it will lure you into getting their pay into their pay class or something. But I'm not telling you anything. Reason being that I want to do something that I'm able to do. You get. So I don't like doing promise and fail. I'm not that kind of person. If you check me right from time, you just see the way we have been running our stores. I give you time and we try as much as possible to work with that time, work with what we say. That's the best way to go to help you out, help you guys. If the system is going to be difficult for you, we shouldn't make our side difficult for you. You try as much as possible to make it easier for you. Any questions? Raise up your hand if you have questions. Let me unmute your mic. Raise up your hands if you have questions. Let me unmute your mic. If you have questions, raise up your hand. Unmute your mic too. Unmute your mic too. Raise up your hands if you have questions. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. No, you guys are raising up hand. Ask your questions now. Ask your questions. If not, we'll end this and start it all over again. Ask your questions. In the absence of questions or any other thing, I think I need to end it at this point and start it off. So stay tuned. I'm going to start it off again with the other person joining us. Some other person's network I know is affecting them, but they are going to what? Continue from here. So, anyways, thank you very much for joining. I wish you all the best. All the best. Any other thing for this our Telegram channel? If you are not in our WhatsApp channel, join there. The reason I'm saying that is that that group, anytime WhatsApp ban can happen to it. So you shouldn't miss out. WhatsApp ban can just happen anytime. Our channel is safer. So stay there. We'll be dropping updates on JAMB. We're dropping updates on admission and everything you need to what know about it. So good night everyone, or goodbye for a few minutes. We may come back again if the other two choices are available. I'm going to drop the timetable for the exam starting. I say for the exams, not exam. Let me not scare you guys. For our tutorial starting tomorrow by what 8 p.m. So stay tuned and I wish you all the best. Bye for now. So wait, the other person may join us soon.